It is September 28th. Welcome on into Daily Cards Live here on ClavesOnline.com, presented by Mungenast, St. Louis Acura, and Royal Banks of Missouri. I'm Joe Roderick, joined alongside by the dapper Bob Ramsey. And Rammer, the Cardinals are back home today. The magic number is 1. The crowd should be buzzing, and it could not be a better night for baseball here in St. Louis in late September.
It's such an incredible run and story. In some ways, it doesn't even seem real. Even 3, 4, 5 days ago, you think, oh, wow, the magic number's still 5 or whatever it is. And you start trying to count all the games you've got left and what the opponents have left. And now it's 1. It's 1. It's really amazing.
I was thinking about this earlier today. And I got the text message from from media relations about what would happen for a post-game celebration, what the rules and regulations were this year. And it got me to thinking about previous years. And you always want to clinch by winning, because we'll be scoreboard watching. We'll be watching what the Phillies are doing. If the Phillies lose, which should happen before the Cardinal game ends, the Cardinals could know if they've clinched or not, but you still want to win to clinch.
Yeah.
But I think this situation is so different because let's just say the Phillies lose their game and the Cardinals lose their game and the streak ends tonight. I still think the celebration should be just as big and just as fulfilling for the players because they have to look back at the work they've done the last 2.5 weeks to put themselves in the position to be able to clinch with 6 games left in the regular season.
Joe, it's baseball. You're supposed to lose games. It won't be a devastating moment. Now, if they play badly, but they played badly quite a bit this year. I mean, quite a bit, and have this great run. So yeah, losing is that's how baseball go. I just don't think that it is a monumental thing right now. What you wouldn't want to do that could take a little bit of the luster off things is lose 3 in a row or 4 in a row, and then finally the Phillies lose, and then okay, now we get to do it. You'd like to in the next couple days wrap it up, get it done. Feel good about yourselves and the run you went on to get there, and then use the last few days of the regular season to set up your bullpen, your rotation, give breaks to guys who have nagging injuries, that sort of thing.
Yeah, by the way, the Phillies start a huge game. I mean, this is a huge series for them because they start a 3-game set in Atlanta tonight, 6:20, the first pitch. Down in Atlanta, Cardinals' first pitch is 7:45. And how about this? If we're scoreboard watching, if we're looking around all of baseball, the Phillies tonight are throwing Zach Wheeler out there against the Braves' Charlie Morton. And tonight, here in St. Louis, we have Brandon Woodruff going against Adam Wainwright. When it comes to clinching, who better on the mound than Adam Wainwright tonight?
And to end a winning streak, who tougher to face than Woodruff? Yeah. The Cardinals just haven't had any success against this guy. He's really good, except for Tyler O'Neill. He has been all over Woodruff's breaking ball, and he is the one guy that's had success. So, I don't know what to read into that. But the point is, Woodruff is really tough.
He is. And as we talked about a little bit on the show yesterday, the Brewers have clinched the National League Central. They have also clinched the number 2 seed. So they know that games 1 and 2 of the NLDS will be up there at American Family Field. So they don't have to push as hard as, the Braves or the Phillies or the Cardinals. They're not playing for anything. So the lineups aren't out yet as we sit here and we're doing this live at 2:15 on Tuesday. We don't know yet if Christian Yelich is in the lineup. We don't know how healthy a Lorenzo Cain is. So we don't know exactly what the Brewers plan to put out there this week. And I'm not saying they're going to sit Yelich all week, but I mean, they could, or they could just get him spare, at bats here and there. Meanwhile, the Cardinals, I think, want to keep moving the momentum forwards that one game in California.
Yeah. When you look at their pitching, if I've got the schedule right, their first game would be a week from Friday, meaning Woodruff could pitch tonight and Sunday and still be on schedule for game one of their playoff. So, but here's the thing. They look at how many innings he's got. Would they push him in a game like tonight? Let's say it's the sixth inning and he's already got 90 pitches. Hey, that's enough. We'll see you on Sunday. Those are the kinds of things that Craig Counsell, certainly you owe it to the fans and the game to play it straight, but you also have to think of your bigger picture. What's the best scenario for us to win in the playoffs? By us, meaning the Brewers.
By the way, the Cardinals, or the Adam Wainwright that we talked about, he's pitching tonight. If you look at what he has, so it's Tuesday. The next big start for him, you would imagine, is going to be next Wednesday. What do you do with Adam Wainwright this week?
You know, I was thinking about that, Joe, and I don't know. I think a lot of it will be up to him. My guess is, do you want to use him in reliefs like Saturday-ish? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 days. What does he normally do on his fourth day, the day before he starts? Would he be a guy that you might piggyback 2 innings with somebody? I don't know. And a lot of it goes to how he feels, you know, and I think maybe a lot of it would go to how he pitches tonight. How many innings does he go? How many pitches does he throw? How effective is he? Does he need more work to get his feel? Does he need less work to rest his old man body? I can relate to old man bodies. We need rest. So those are things that I don't even know if anybody in the Cardinals could make those decisions today. Probably, how does tonight's game go? Let's reconvene tomorrow and figure out what to do.
Well, how about this? I have the numbers in front of me. If you want to talk about just the consistency of Adam Wainwright, in his career, he has started 194 games on 4 days rest, on regular rest, 194 games. His ERA in those games is 3.29. If he gets an extra day of rest, if he gets 5 days of rest, his ERA is 3.44. If he gets more than 6 days of rest, his ERA is 3.4. So there's some pitchers that you see huge differences based on how long between starts. For Adam Wainwright, it is 0.1 difference between the ERA, depending on where he starts or how many days off he gets between starts.
I'm throwing a curveball. Big deal.
Lineup wise, again, we don't know what it is yet. We will see on social media when you do whether or not Edmundo Sosa is ready to come back in the lineup tonight. But that'll be that's a big one. I think the Cardinals want to make sure that he is back at 100% by the time the postseason rolls around. 100%.
And you reward the young. I know there was some chatter in the media about a question. Can Paul DeYoung deliver off the bench in postseason? He may have won his job back. If Sosa's not 100%, I mean, if DeYoung keeps hitting home runs, I don't know what's going to happen there. And you know what? It's not a question that has to be answered. You let production make the decision for you. The one thing you do know, if Sosa can swing the bat and it looks like he is 100% effective swinging the bat, the extra energy he brings and that elite speed could be a tipping point in making that decision.
It's a lot of fun, Rammer, and I have had listeners make mention to me about how the fact that I have stayed positive this whole season. Meanwhile, you've been a little pessimistic at times about this Cardinal. No, you want to use a different word?
Pragmatic.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Whatever word you want to use, as long as we agree that I'm the optimist.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that. You're the sweater knitter and the cookie baker. our little Cardinals. But here's the thing, and appropriately so. Everybody in town should be absolutely geeked up. But the narrative, and we're hearing it from professional media types, Cardinal media types, fans. The narrative that, this is the offense the Cardinals expected all along is a load of horse manure. At no time did anybody think you'd have Mike Trout in center field, that you'd have Roberto Clemente in left field, that you'd have a rookie of the year, a guy, I mean, at no time ever did anybody think the Cardinals offense could produce like it's producing in September. That narrative is completely false.
I will say this. I thought all year long that this should have been a 90-win team. So I will.
Before the now, I don't remember because I thought we picked early. I had put my number was 86 wins.
I'd have to go back and listen and find them, but I'm going to say that I probably said 90 because I always thought 90 wins gets you into the playoffs. And sure enough, here they sit at 87 wins on the season. 90 wins is probably where they end up, probably one or two more than that. And they will be at 90 wins on the season and making the playoffs. So that's 90 is what gets you into the playoffs.
As it turns out, we're pretty close.
Hey, before we get going here, before you talk about Royal Banks quickly, just as we look around the scoreboard, I want to look over at the American League and what we have going on over there.
Go Mariners!
Because starting tonight, a 3-game series in Canada between the Yankees and the Blue Jays, with only 1 game separating. I should say 2 games separating the Yankees and the Blue Jays, with Boston sitting in the middle of those 2 teams. The Mariners are 1.5 games back. That's fun. The National League could be set and everything by the end of tonight. We could know everything pretty much. Meanwhile, the American League has 5 teams that still have not need to figure it out.
I love the chaos, and I can't imagine that we won't be watching the bounce arounds on Sunday in the American League. How about this one, though, for the National League, Joe? What if on Sunday, it's close enough, the season ends, the Phillies have gone up on the Braves. The Braves then have to play a makeup game on Monday against the Rockies to tie the Phillies. Then they have to play the Phillies on Tuesday to see who wins the division and who's going to the wild card game. That is the kind of chaos potential I love.
That's awesome. We have not seen mega chaos like that. Just one time. I want to see tiebreakers just bleed over into Tuesday after the season. Just once. I just want to see that. Ramber, before we get out of here, a quick word from Royal Banks, as you're dressed up looking like you're going in for a loan.
No, actually, it's very cool. I'm at a technology convention, which is funny for a guy who can barely turn on the laptop. But the Gateway to Innovation, they do a marvelous job and give a ton of money, literally hundreds of thousands of dollars back to the community and young people to get involved in the IT world. It's really been fun here. But the other thing is all these different businesses, big and small, in the IT business. And I always talk about personal banking with Royal Banks, but don't forget about on the professional side, business loans. Royal Banks wants to help businesses, big and small, get their businesses going, get on their feet, stay on their feet. All you got to do to get on board is call 314-212-1500 or go online to royalbanksofmo.com. Royal Banks of Missouri, helping St. Louis one business at a time. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
He's Bob Ramsey. I'm Joe Roderick. This has been Daily Cards Live right here on ClaibsOnline.com, presented by Mungenast, St. Louis Acura, and Royal Banks of Missouri. Magic numbers 1. Game starts 6:40 tonight. We'll be back with you tomorrow right here on ClaibsOnline.com.
St. Louis Acura is excited to announce the opening of our newly remodeled service lounge. We sell pre-owned vehicles of all makes and models and take pride in servicing what we sell. We offer free pickup and delivery service and a complimentary car wash and vacuum with every service. We also have a full-service reconditioning shop on site that can repair dents, bumpers, and wheels. As the nation's only 29-time Acura Precision Team winner for customer satisfaction, we work every day to make St. Louis Acura better than ever for you.